Welcome to Bearing Insomnia. Make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. And please leave a comment below. And if you want a spiritual outline where I take you from A to Z to get on your spiritual path, or if you want a spiritual consultation where I discuss any questions you have to further you on your path, or if you want a decoding of any kind, from a dream decoding to anything that's going on in your life, absolutely anything, you make sure that you hit me on my Gmail, bearinsomnia@gmail.com, and follow me on Instagram at HDDNWRK, which means hidden work. Everything is in the description, and today I'll be discussing your depression during this quarantine. Now, if you are depressed, or if you are in this lockdown mind state, because I do understand that a lot of people have lost jobs. A lot of people are just now getting into entrepreneurship because they need to make money. They have to get money in order to survive down here. Now, I will tell you, the name of the game is not survival. The name of the game is knowing that you always have. Your mind state is going to have to change from hustling to you always having. First and foremost, like every wealth guru tells you, let the money chase you. And that's the realest thing. Let the money chase you. However, you have to create avenues in order to get that money, because it's just not going to pop out of thin air. You understand? Nothing's going to pop out of thin air. You have to put in the work for it to happen. You understand? And that does take the right mindset to do it. You have to create scenarios within you through your imagination for things to happen, but you have to also act on these things that you imagine. Okay? If you have to study something, if you have to test things out in order to make a means, to get money, then you have to do that. You understand? Some people's depression is coming from that, and some other people's depression is coming from, not leaving and not seeing people, because a lot of people are used to not being alone. You understand? Most people hate being alone. A lot of people hate to even see themselves. Some people have never ever seen themselves, so it's fucking them up. You understand? So now was the time to get to know yourself first and foremost. From what I understand, at least us here in the States, some of you may not even be in the States, but us in the States, we're not on any lockdown, most of us, except for like Florida and some southern states. But where I'm at, I'm in New York. There is no lockdown here. You know what I'm saying? So you can pretty much travel and do everything else. But for those of you who are still, on some type of lockdown where things are not opening, you're going to have to open shit up yourself. When things are not open, when shit ain't moving, you got to make it move yourself. You got to create. Right now is the perfect time for you to create. You understand? Even though shit seems to be going downhill, it's really going up. But only if you believe it. You have to change your mind state. Your mind needs to be in opening shit up, because things are open. What's open is the portals. The portals for you to receive your abundance and to receive your happiness and everything above that is already here. You and your imagination have to understand that and realize that and know that in order for it to surpass in your reality. Because someone else's reality is not your reality. And you can be watching someone else's reality on social media. Doesn't mean that it's yours, because yours can be completely different. My reality is different from a lot of people's realities. You understand? I cannot relate to most people. I understand what they do and understand why they do it. However, that is not my reality. I don't relate to that. You understand? I create my own thing, So you have to create that shit in your head, because the universe is the mind. The universe is in the mind. The mind is the universe. You understand? So the only true power is you. So, if you've been doing the candle thing, the crystal thing, etc., and it ain't been working, might be time to just go within and get rid of that shit. Because a lot of people don't understand the concept of going within. You understand? And, you know, we may also be dealing with vampiric individuals within our lives. And we're going to have to try to manage with that as well if we can't get rid of these people. You understand? I don't mean kill them either. Okay, so don't take that out of context when I say get rid of them. Because when I say get rid of, I mean, you know, completely banish them out of your reality, you know. And if you can do that, that's great. But if you can't at this very moment, then, you know, it's time to really dive into your imagination and create rituals, spells, and so forth that will benefit you to keep them from gaslighting you. You know, I mean, ultimately, you know, you can't stop them from being them, but however, you can stop them from not constantly fucking with you. You can stop them from constantly fucking with you on a regular basis, okay? You can definitely stop that, alright? You are the true power, but you have to know it. Me just telling you ain't enough. I can't help you. I give you insight. I can't help you become powerful. I can give you insight on, you know, what that power is and how I am, and maybe it will, you know, influence you, or it will awaken something within you for you to become that power and know that power, because ain't shit gonna work unless you know it's gonna work. I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't give a fuck what I tell you to do. If I tell you to do some shit that's worked for me, it can only work for you if you believe it's gonna work. So that's why creativity is such a fucking key in this shit, and your imagination is everything. Because like I said before, the universe is the mind, and everything that's happening outside of that is a reflection of what's going on within. So what do you have to change within to, you know, change that outside? You know, are you holding back from some shit that you ain't trying to do? Because sometimes you self-sabotage yourself without realizing it. There might be opportunities out there that you ain't paying attention to, or that you're blowing by, not realizing that you're blowing by this shit because of your programming. So you're going to have to switch up your programming. All right? You're going to have to change that programming, because your programming might be holding you the fuck back. Subconsciously, you're going to have to change that, you know, through symbols, repetition. You understand? Because that's how you're going to communicate with your subconscious mind. You know? That's how it goes. Symbols, signs, repetition. That's how you communicate with your subconscious mind, because your conscious and subconscious mind cannot communicate with each other. You understand? And you're going to have to reprogram. How do you reprogram? What do you do to reprogram? Well, affirmations. I said this in a past video where I said, you know, you could go on your phone and you can create a reminder message every day, you know, saying that I am abundant, I am this, I'm a master, true master, but for like every hour, every 2 hours, whatever you want to do on your phone, and do that. And that's a type of subconscious programming that, you know, even if you, because eventually you're going to stop paying attention to that message, but it's going to keep popping up, and it's going to be hidden within. And whatever that is that you're putting out there on your phone, that reminder is going to be within, and that shit is going to chase you, because your core focus won't be on that shit. I don't give a fuck how many times you see it on your phone, whatever affirmation, whatever message you put there for your subconscious mind to have, you know, every day. That's going to be, you know, more powerful within you, and it's going to eventually chase you, because you don't even realize what's going to happen, you know, because that's going to be for your greatest good, but you're not even going to recognize it's going to happen and flow naturally, like melanin does. Shit flows. Everything is melanin, you know, and shit flows. So once that flow is in and that bitch is activated, oh, things are going to change. But like I said before, you have to do things in the physical for it to change. You can't just sit on your ass and think shit is just gonna magically, you know, just turn around. It's not. You gotta put in the work for it. You gotta put in the work for it. You understand? The only thing stopping you is you. So you really ain't got shit to lose and everything to gain. You got everything to gain, because the portals is open. Just because shit is closed don't mean them portals ain't open. They can make you think that shit is fucked up because shit is closed. It's not. It's just like some shit is closed, more shit is open. Less distraction, honestly. When more shit closes, really less distraction. for you, and it's more for you to pinpoint and focus on shit that you ain't focused on before that can benefit you. Through this quarantine, you may never have to work a job again by learning new shit and tapping in, and things might just magically happen, and shit might just magically fluctuate throughout, in your reality, to where you ain't never gotta work again. And a lot of people are learning entrepreneurship, which is great. I know a lot of y'all don't want to work for the fucking man. I get it. Trust me, I do. I don't. And I haven't since 2018. And honestly, I'm not supposed to be working. And I always knew this since I was a late teen, to be honest. I never really wanted a fucking job in the first place. So glad I don't work one. But that's just me. Somebody else might, have a path where they're supposed to have a job. It's all about, what fits you. What's resonating with you. You know what I mean? So what works for me and not work for the next person, it's all depending on their belief. What's gonna get you? Here's the thing. What's going to get you to be convinced that the shit that you're doing is gonna work? What's gonna convince you that the shit that you're doing is gonna work? Because once you convince and impress your mind, that is when shit changes. But all of that comes into play when you put in that motherfucking work. When you do your regular routine meditation, which is also a visualization, which is also imagination. It's all one in the same. You understand? Create these scenarios of things that you want in your reality, because that's the only way that it's going to come to pass. Do you understand? I can't even make it more clearer than that. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of strategies. There's plenty of things you can do to make the shit work. And obviously the old shit that you doing ain't fucking working. And that's why you remain in a stagnant place. So you're going to have to be putting in more work, changing things around. It might be time for you to tap in without all the tools. But if the tools is something that impresses you, like candles, crystals, shit like that, by all means continue doing it. But, if not, it might be time for you to do everything freehand and go within the mind. Go into that imagination. You understand? This is all the tools you need. Like, the only person holding you back is you. I don't want you to think that someone who you live with who's a parasite is holding you back, because in all honesty, they're not. You know what I mean? The power of ignoring, the power of, going into self is going to be a big key in, how you deal with people like that in the first place. You understand? If you don't have enough peace around you, and you're going to have to take it outside somewhere, you understand? Because there's really no reason that you should be bothered every goddamn 10 seconds every day. You know what I mean? So if you're in that kind of situation, you're going to have to, expand a bit. You might have to go to somebody else's crib or something. Like, you're going to have to change shit around, man. You're going to have to change shit around. But, in all honesty, like, anything is possible. Don't get discouraged by anything. Anything is possible. Don't get discouraged. You understand? Oh, you are the all. You are the universal master, but you have to know it. You have to tell yourself that. You understand? I could tell you everything in the world, but do you believe it? Do you know it? Do you know it? Because the more you know, the greater the result. Period. Everything is a reflection of what's going on within. So change within. Change your mind. What do you want? Make it happen. Within. Imagine. And that is the key. This is Bear Insomnia. Make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you like this video, share this video. You let me know how you feel in them comments. And spiritual consultations, spiritual outline, or decodings of any kind, email me, bearinsomnia@gmail.com. And you know to follow me on Instagram at HDDNWRK, which means hidden work. And everything is in the description. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to see y'all real soon. Peace.